Good morning. Bed is made. Finding my Bubba cup in the reading room and then heading down to the elliptical.
We're still in the moonlight. It's something sweet. Let it wash over all of me.
Woo! 3 minutes. Good job, Amanda. We're doing things somewhat backwards. Olive snuggles, coffee first thing. I'm rereading Tiny Habits again, and I thought I would share my little insights as we go through the book. So this is chapter 1, and it's just talking about the behavioral model, that behavior equals motivation, ability, and prompt. Those 3 things combined together create, change, renew, whatever you want. It's how behaviors happen. Most of the time, we try to use a motivation, like changing our level of motivation to change, add, or remove a behavior. But the problem is, inherently, we like what we like and we like what we don't like. We can't go from being someone right now that hates exercise to 10 seconds later or tomorrow someone that loves it. Our ability to change motivation is extremely hard, but that seems to be the first thing that I've always tackled when I've been trying to change a behavior. However, it should be the last thing. But the first thing we should look at is the prompt. Is there something prompting the behavior? And we're talking about if we want to remove it, or even if we want to add it, is there something prompting us to do it? The cookies on the counter, certain things like having our phone with us, it's dinging and chiming to look at Instagram all the time. These are things that prompt us to do the next steps of the behavior that we want to get rid of. So that's the prompt. Ability is it really hard to do? Is it really easy to do? And the book talks about how motivation and ability work hand in hand together. When you have high motivation, you don't have to have as strong as an ability to do it because you're highly motivated. But if you're very low motivation, you need to have a high ability to do it. And that pretty much ranges from, can you do it? Is it something really hard? An example for me would be, I'm moderately motivated to do the elliptical, but 10, 15, 20 minutes, it's high ability. Like it's difficult. That's a lot of effort I have to put in to do it. 1 minute is ridiculously easy. So I have moderate level of motivation, but the ability is super easy, meaning I have not missed, even when I was sick, I have not missed the elliptical one single time. Not at all. I haven't missed it. So when we try to tackle behaviors, things like stopping eating sugar, it is a very, very hard habit to get rid of. Why? Because it's literally entrenched in our lives. It's entrenched by, if we're sad, we eat, we're happy, we eat, parties, people celebrating have sugar in food. I used sugar for 2 decades almost to solve my emotional upsets, and I have had tons of habits around using the sugar to resolve myself, to make myself feel better. And so I can't make myself instantly stop wanting that, like changing the motivation. It's not possible. I've spent 2 decades almost using sugar to resolve myself. So if you're struggling, the point of this is don't look at your motivation first. Look at your prompt and your ability. Take small bites out of things. So instead of just tackling, I'm going to quit sugar today, never again, not have it, pick something that's easy to get rid of. So maybe like if you go and buy coffee in the morning, make coffee at home instead. Pick something that is very easy for you to do. Something very easy. And then once you master that, you move on to the next one. And so maybe it's snacks at work. Maybe you replace them with meat sticks and cheese or something like that, or no snacks at all, however you want to do it. But take these little bite sizes out, and that is how we add, remove, or change behaviors. Right now, I'm warmed up my water and I dumped in my raw element. I'm just getting over being sick. It's got sodium, magnesium, potassium, and those kinds of things in it that help me feel better. Plus, I don't eat a lot, which means I don't get a lot of these in my diet when I've been sick. I also started yesterday working out again. I sweat a ton, and when I sweat a lot and don't have my element, I get headaches, cramps, fatigues, muscle aches. Scott knows all about those muscle aches. Right now, LMNT's offering an 8-pack sample pack free with any purchase. You just need to go to drinklmnt.com/carnivore'sme. That's drinklmnt.com/carnivore'sme. Breakfast this morning, 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, salt, water, and my pills. Scott's having 4 eggs and I think 4 pieces of bacon.
Yeah, 3.
It has been quite a productive morning. Cleaned all the sinks in the house, and we have 6 sinks, y'all. 6. Cleaned all the countertops, filled all the hand soap in all the bathrooms. Yeah, so that's a good morning so far. Helps me feel good about myself, so then makes me want to continue to eat good. Decided to try the little black dog and the big black dog.
All my walls are covered in words, and while you sleep, I mark my goals. Stand tall, think clear. Don't let them see a hint of fear. Lines and dots, zoom in, zoom out. Open your window, let them hear you shout. Right on the poles, right on the street. Always remember the future is near. Cut some cords, scratch some scars. Put on your cape and jump from the car. Open your mouth, take a deep breath. Run fast and don't stop at the edge. You can be anything you want. You can be everything you choose. Do not let it slip away. 'Cause if you never try it, you never know. You can be anything you want. You can be everything you choose. Do not let it slip away.
Post-workout review. I noticed some things are getting slightly easier, which is, right, the whole point of this is to get stronger. But the more I've been doing this, the more I've just realized there's so much emphasis that I've put over the years on what I've eaten, or on the whole move less, eat less, move more, move less, move more, eat less. And really, you know how we win at this? By doing the small things. I know I've said that so many times, but I can't tell you guys how making the bed, cleaning all the sinks, doing the dishes, picking up my dirty clothes off the laundry or off the floor and putting them in a laundry basket, you know, putting my toothbrush back on its charger, all of these small things, they add up into me feeling good about myself, which then makes me want to do good for myself, versus having all of that just pile up over the day and it's just like another check mark of a failure. Amanda, you can't even put your toothbrush on the toothbrush holder. You're a loser. Check. Oh, look, we cast another vote. You can't even put your darn laundry in the laundry basket. Yep, there's another vote for Amanda just can't do anything right. Check. And by choosing the smallest things and working on those first, the easy things, it's made such a world of difference to the point where I am now enjoying working out. If you'd asked me 6 weeks ago, 4 or 6 weeks ago, if I would have been at the point that I'm at and enjoying my workout, I would have been like, nah, no. Maybe I probably would have been having to force myself, but now I actually look forward to it. I look forward to getting super sweaty and getting the knee sweats. That's when I know I've worked hard. I get the elbow and the knee sweats. Anyways, so yeah, focus on the small things, and it doesn't even have to be around food. Y'all, that is where our wins come. Let's play the games that we can win, and we can decide which games we want to play too. Let's see what we have to drink. I actually think I'm gonna do a pineapple today. I don't think that dragon's alive anymore.
She thought she got all of her laundry folded. But I did a bunch last night.
Good evening. Today has been a really good day. Today's day 24. We're going with that because I'm pretty sure I just edited 23. We'll just stick with that. Exercise today. I kind of retroactively been doing my exercises because I missed Monday and Tuesday. I didn't do anything. I was just feeling literally that bad. Yesterday I did Mondays, so that was Wednesday. Today's Thursday, and I did Tuesdays. Wednesdays and Saturdays are hit days, so it's like 2 lifting, 1 hit, 2 lifting, 1 hit day. I'm gonna do Thursdays on Friday, and then Friday on Saturday, and Sundays are complete rest days. Although I still bicycle the girls, so it's not a complete rest. But for me, walking them and biking them, it's just so enjoyable. It's a good mental health thing for me. I realized how important now running them, biking them, and being active is for my day-to-day. It's probably the endorphins, honestly, from exercising, but also just the positive feeling. Tiny Habits calls it shine. The shine I feel, the proudness I feel in myself that I'm doing it, that I can. Today's a good example. So we got a second bicycle attachment, and I tried doing the 2 puppies on mine and Scott with Olive. It went all right, but Annie was walking a little too close, or running too close to the bike for my comfort. So I just don't think it's a viable option unless I get my brother or dad to make me something out of like a longer metal pole to keep them a little bit further apart. I don't know. Anywho, we dropped one of them off, and then I had one, and then Scott had one. And I realized I wanted to go faster than what Scott and the puppy dog would, because Olive and I have been doing this for over 3 weeks now. Olive and I wanted to go, and Scott was going too slow. And I just remember when I first started this, it was hard. I was like, that's how I was pedaling the entire time. I was like, because I was just, my heart was pounding. And then today we're doing they're gentle hills, but I'm like, let's go faster. In my head, I didn't say it to Scott because I didn't want to wear the puppies out. They've only done this twice. So they gotta build up some endurance versus Olive and I have. But that's a big change, only in 3 weeks to go from, I was kind of having to initially make myself go a little bit further because I was getting so like fatigued, to today I was like, let's go further. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. And also a good feeling is looking back, every time I go past our mailboxes, because I didn't experience this until I left Las Vegas. I thought all houses had their own mailbox. No, we have like the aggregated boxes in the middle, like halfway down our street. Every time I walk past there, anytime I drive past there, I just think the last time I had to use that walker, it seems like so far ago, but at the same time, it wasn't that long ago. You know, we're talking a year and a couple months maybe, that I was so physically limited that I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't even make it past the mailbox without having to sit down. It's some amazing gains. It really is. A lot has happened between now and then. A lot. I'm not gonna cry on you. I'm looking at Rosie on the wall. I promise you, if you watch from the beginning to 20 years from now, I will still be mentioning that dog. Anyways, let's get out of the sadness. I know Rosie's up there cheering me on. I always tell her that she taught Annie how to be a good little black dog, and that she's whispering in Olive's head how to be a nuisance of a big black dog. Because Rosie used to, she'd like walk up to the couch and put her head on the couch, because she was a lab chow mix. And she would just like plop her head on the end of the couch, and a minute, 2 minutes, I could see like arguing in her own eyes, should I get up on the couch? Well, now I've caught Olive doing the same thing. And Olive only met Rosie once or twice, and that was probably 2 years ago, something like that. I don't know. So I see a little bit of rosy and olive, and it's sweet. And I also want to continue to encourage everyone. I used to always like look for this magic pill, this magic, oh, this answer is going to solve everything. Everything's like dominoes. I just flick the right answer, domino over, and everything falls into place. I kind of have, but it's not what I expected. And it doesn't look like what I thought it would, because I thought it was just like an answer, or my willpower would click in and then a light bulb would go off and I would never struggle again. Like, that's just what I'd always assumed. But now I'm realizing it is through every tiny little habit. Every tiny little habit that I've ever had, from the time I was a kid to a teenager to a young adult. I mean, I still consider myself a young adult. That all of these habits led me to where I had gotten, and they developed for, doesn't really actually matter what the reasons were, but they developed around food the way they did. And it's undoing them and replacing them that is helping. But also, there's such a, I've focused so long and so hard on the food, right? Like, the way I eat is carnivore. Yes, sometimes I do ketovore. I mean, we could argue semantics day and night, but for the most part, 95% of what I eat is carnivore. I focus so much on the food, either limiting the food or not eating this food or changing the food or the food. But I'm coming to find out, I know what I eat carnivore, but it's everything else that makes the bigger difference. Yes, if I eat off and I went and had, cookies right now, would I feel proud of myself? No. But I can make myself feel proud of myself by, yes, eating well, but also all the small things that we can do throughout the day. All the small things. I was downstairs earlier and there was a hair tie and here it is, a hair tie and a bobby pin. It's been sitting on the table for like days. And I finally decided, you know what? It's not that hard to get them, take them upstairs and put them away. And by put them away, I put them on my nightstand because I keep them in the drawer in here. That just feels so good. It's so tiny, it's so small, it has nothing to do with food, but it feels so good. Play games we can win at. I don't care that a hair tie and a bobby pin mean pretty much nothing in the scheme of life, except in those moments, it makes me feel proud. So then I want to do better, which means I don't want to go eat cake and cookies because I'm feeling ashamed or guilty or bad about myself. I have filled myself with happiness and joy and feeling proud of accomplishments, even the tiny ones. I'll stop off my soapbox again. There's a bug that keeps flying around in here that I'm going to have Scott.
I was chasing one earlier. I killed one earlier too.
You missed one. Anyways, I hope you have a really good day. Find something like this, tiny, small, that you can do and you can be proud of. You don't have to tell anybody about it, but I would love if you commented and told me what you did and how you felt afterwards, because let me tell you, something this minuscule, society says it doesn't mean anything, but think about if we did this all the time, how much stuff we get done. It's crazy. It's crazy when we put our hair tie and bobby pins up. Have a good day, as I said, and I shall talk to you guys tomorrow.